Hello. Okay, I see what it was. Let me fix something else. Hello. So yes, it was freaking Windows turning my microphone off again. I knew I tested it in the afternoon, but hey, we're here now. Why does Windows keep doing that? Just stay the frick away from my settings. Yes, we are doing today Sculptober, day number 8. To be fair, I have only done day 1, day 2 so far, but we're gonna be making something based on the prompt of wonder. I have an idea. No, that was wrong. Of what I'm gonna do. Well, let's see if it works out. Just a scope and chill. Bram will not be joining tonight. He's not feeling too well. So you'll just have to do with me. Let me grab the chat so I can still see it. See, hello, Amanda. Joe, go over here. And pop this out. Cool. Okay. Let's grab my reference. Oh, cancel. That was not reference. Reference. Ooh. You see my reference. Dun, 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 dun. Just open it first before I open something else. Alright. Reference. I was thinking something, some guy wandering, wander with a rope. And yes. Just so you know, we also have a Discord. You can follow the link down there. Like, subscribe if you happen to like this stuff. But let's get started with... I will get started with mannequin. Tool. Mannequin. Ryan Kingsley. Voila. I think he's like covering his face, holding his hood down like while we're in some, I want to say in some strong wind. So let's give him some contrapposto. Let's see, this would be relatively down. And then do this one up and this one down to do the opposite of the shoulders. And since this one is forward, we're gonna do the opposite here as well. This one back, this one forward. I think we're even gonna switch the entire legs around. Like this one will be the straight leg. This one will be the forward leg. Does that make sense? In a walking pose, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Do we have someone walking like that? I also like this one, but we'll see. Ah, look at that. That's a pose. Pose and a half. Ugh. Head down. That's not a lot of wandering in that case. It's more like sheltering. So I want to have him look a little bit more up than the reference. But he will be holding something maybe, or maybe not. Depends on how much time I will have. And I'll put this one. Oopa. This one forward. This one backwards. Yes. No Bram today. Yeah, no Bram today. Too bad. And you just have to make us enthusiastic to go sculpting too. I will do my best. Come join us in the Discord. Join the sculpting society. No, it's not sculpting society. The PolyParty. Let's put this like a little bit more inner. That will be standing. Standing on that. This one. Stepping out. I think. So. Let's see. Above his heel-ish. Is that going? Yeah, that's kind of there. I think he can be way more bent over. So let's do that. Let's see if we can. Yes, let's do a little bit of this. That's more interesting. Try to balance him out. Let me know if I'm mumbling because I try not to, but sometimes I turn into mumble mode when I'm concentrating too hard. Let's see. Let's turn down my perspective and let's get going. I also try to put some music on this time. I hope. I hope it's good. It should be DMCA free, but if not, well, we'll find out. Let's make the base of this body, because the main focus is gonna be in the rope, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on defining the whole body. Deformation. Nope. Adaptive skin. Preview. Let's check if nothing is touching. That's good. Okay. And then we say make adaptive skin. And we append that adaptive skin right in here. Turn off the old one. And let's save our file. Let's see. PolyParty. Cookie. Mike Wander 1. Alrighty. Get those groups sorted. I want all of you guys to be one group and the rest each one group. Mirror group. I thought it was something weird, but it's just a floor line. Let's append a fake floor to the cube. see. Maybe he's going a little bit uphill. Might be cool. In that case, I'm going to delete this one because I'm going to change his pose a little bit. Oh, I like the waviness that I made accidentally. So I'm gonna make this one leg a little bit higher so it can go up, and this leg I will make everything a little bit lower and this a little bit higher. Yes. Hello DevBite. Good to see you here. How did it go with your project? You had a very short night. Or extra long night actually, right? Let's select all of the bottom stuff. Whee! On the other side. And then a little bit more. Oh. Fine. Hoppa. And let's make the mannequin sculptable again. Adaptive skin, preview, make, and turn it over here, insert, skin. Voila. Group the polygroups. Outer group, switch, group. Alrighty, grab that inflate. Let's give him a little bit of volume to, I think my, what's it called? Pen pressure is not working again. Okay, I'll tap to get that, rid of that. It's always touching his head. Does he need to be touching his head? No, it needs to be a little bit more forward, right? Let's grab that. And use it. A little bit more here. Something like so. Let's soonish start to put the rope on him. Yes. First he is looking like down like this. So maybe his head can be a little bit more rotated up and rotated downwards. Ideally, I should change this on the mannequin, but we're not using infinite time today. So let's do it here. Get rid of the bulge on his back. Get rid of the bulge of his belly. Make some more bulge for his butt. Let's a little bit for his lats. I think we need a little bit more bulge in general. legs. Oop. So his arm is a little thin. Let's see. Ooh, maybe he's carrying something on his back. That would be nice. I mean, that might be nice. I don't know if it's gonna be nice. We'll figure that out later. Let's put a face on him, or at least like a direction that he's looking in. Draw a little. Face direction, this direction. Ooh, it might be nice if he is looking a little bit more. Let's see. A little more contraposted. This way. That's not too contra, but I'm gonna move his head this way, or slash his neck, I guess, or his neck that way. And his face slash head. That way. And have his face direction, so let's grab the move brush and alt and just do like that. I just got a note from my producer saying that I'm going off the frame a little. Oh, I see. DevBite, you're posting your project in help and feedback. Can you give me some pointers? It's not completed yet. Yeah, I will have a look and see what I can do. I will do that as soon as I feel like I have the body in kind of the right position before I start the rope. Okay? Shouldn't be too long, I think. Yeah, let's grab this and just scale it away. Less. And let's decide where his thumb is gonna be. His thumb, since he has to grab the hood that he's going to have, his thumb should be on the bottom side towards him. Something like so. Probably pinching a little bit more, and we can just rotate that. So what I'm doing more now is when I mask something and I have to rotate it or move it or whatever, I now often, instead of grabbing the tool and trying to place it I often hold Alt and I just click and drag towards the direction I want the gizmo to point in, and then it's like almost in the place that I want it to be already. Just a little tip that I'm doing more recently. If that hand is back, his thumb is probably gonna be on the side. like he's grabbing his own butt right now, so I probably have to change something here. It's not who knows, maybe we'll not see this hand at all once I put the rope. I'm not sure. No, I'm gonna move the hand, arm. Switch, switch, click, click, click. And now I will hold Alt. Oh, move to the gizmo, hold Alt, click, drag, and rotate. Let's move it in. This may be a little bit strange. Let's see. Let's keep it like this for now. Yeah. Do I need any more volumes? I would put a rib cage. This would be forward. This would be a little bit rotated like so. Since his shoulder blade is pointing backwards, this is gonna stick out quite a lot. Hello, matey. How are you doing? It's just me tonight. Bram is not feeling too well, so you'll just have to do with me. If that, hopefully that's okay. And since this arm is taking forward, his shoulder blade will be pointing a little bit more forward. It's not extremely grabby forward, so let's see. But important thing is that we have some lane changes. Grab our pinch. Oh, my dry sauce is there. Ooh. Something like so. Let's make the light a little bit normal. And let's see. Keep the top over here. Let's fix this neck up a little bit. If his sternum or chest is over here, then here will be like a little bit of a pit where the clavicles will be. And we'll make this a little thinner. This a little bit thinner. Whoa, it's rotating on around a weird spot. This would go behind the ear. This would go behind the ear, but we don't know where that is yet. And here would be kind of that attachment point. So here, so. Little traps. This seems a little bit big, so I'm gonna pull this backwards. And very skinny man, but that's probably fine if he's walking through a desert or something. You don't want to be carrying too much. body if you have a choice. Maybe his head is a little high or his neck long. Let's put a little bit of a face on there. And some eyebrows. A bit of a nose. Oh, now he's smiling. I see. I think his head is very long, but that's just scale it down a little bit. Ooh. Okay, that was a bit too much, I think. A little bit less. It's looking horrible. So, but we'll just keep it for like that for now. We'll fix it in post. Let's get some arm volumes in here. So we have the bend. I think his arms are also very long looking. Might just be me. Just widen him out a little bit. So if we have his shoulder, zip, zip, zip. Then this will be thigh. This will be his bicep. Chuk, chuk. His rich muscles will be pointing in over here. And all of these boys on the top will be going not as far, and all these boys on the bottom will be going a little bit closer to the head. Let's make a nice edge point there. Alrighty. Since his arm is flexed, it is a little bit more like 3 points in a triangle. And this arm is less flexed, so it's a little bit more 3 points on a line. So let's put that on there as well. So we have some shoulder. We remove from the back and we add a little from the front. His biceps, his triceps, and then this guy, rich muscles. I don't have enough volume here, so I'm gonna just have a little bit of an inflate like this. And put the rich muscles pointing towards his thumb. Chup chup. Volume over here and volume closer to his head. So that's. I'm looking now at the silhouette and just making sure that there's a little bit of change in where the one muscle group goes into the other muscle group. So I'm looking at this lines in the silhouette. Just make this a little bit closer. And this, we can have a little bit more emphasis here. Let's see. Hip would be there. Hip bone, I think, at least. And we have a lot of bending. What's that called? Obliques. Let's move this a little bit closer, and this a little bit closer. So we're gonna have the general sartorius going from the hip bone to the inside of the knee. We'll have these muscles. And this one is more up, and this one comes down. Same on this side, so they have a little bit of this sideways direction if they're in one group, and this one on the inside is more close to the knee, and the one on the outside is more up. And let's give a little bit of volume here. Let's change. Silhouette a little bit. Let's look at his butt. And so his hip over here, so over here will be that middle point. We'll be adding its gluteus medius and gluteus maximus. So same over here. I'm just gonna take away that stuff for a little bit. And then I'm gonna add this gluteus medius and this gluteus maximus. And then this muscle that comes from the hip. Alright. This hand is so wonky. Well, I'm gonna make it at symmetry anyway. Who knows, maybe I'm not even gonna make a head. Maybe he's gonna wear a mask like the Dune people. Yeah, I might just put like some robes and stuff in front of there, that would be cool. Okay, let's add the last bits, which is the legs. The primary use. Just want to make a little bit of kneecap, a little bit of knee thickness. Apparently, I always make them too thin, so I'm just gonna put a lot on them, more than I think it should be, but let's find out. And then we have on the inside, we have this bone on the side, this side, that side, and the patella, and it's going down. Definitely on the bent knee, there, patella, oh, note, patella, going down, And the shin is bending a little bit like that, and a little bit like that, and backwards and outwards. Now, shin bone to the ankle, and a little bit of calf. And voila. So worrying too much about this foot. Want to attach a little bit higher, make it a little bit flat. And the big toe on the inside, little toe on the outside, and give it a little bit of a bend. Choop, choop. Alright. Over here. Big toe on the inside, little toe on the outside. Make it a little bit flatter. It will be bending towards the outside. This a little flatter. And this is very bent. Ooh, I don't know how that's gonna look. Well, we'll find out. Ankle over here, ankle over there. We didn't do the shin bone yet, so whoop. Palm the knee. Nice flat down until this ankle. Add a bit of calf. A little bit of calf on the other side. And we kind of have a body. Let's make this a little. This foot will be a little bit bent. Or I mean his toes. His toes will be sticking like, will be bent forward because it's like pushing off against the sand. I don't know how that works exactly, but I'm not gonna worry too much about that today. So I'm gonna make a little bit of emphasis on that. 10 out of 10, thank you. I hope it will be at some point a 10 out of 10. We'll have to find out. Let's take a little bit here. Make this ankle go in the same direction. Yes. And then this one will have a little bit of like space. Alright. He looks a little weak. Oh, maybe I think I placed this bicep too much on that side. So let's rotate it around a little bit, put more on the upper side, and put a little bit of tricep volume here on the inside. This chest will be going in there. The same. Over there. Lower. A little bit more straight. I don't like his neck. really don't like his neck. Go behind those bones. Yeah. Something like that. Let's put it over. Maybe it's just that I don't like his head. Maybe it's not even the neck. Anyway, we'll see. Let's give this a little bit more emphasis. Just a little bit more left to right. Forgot about his hammies. These will be pretty stretched. And there will be these adductors in the middle. So we have below, and we have this below. Feels off balance. Now it feels running. Let's heal there. Just heal this. Maybe if I rotate his leg a little bit more inwards, right? Give it a little bit more flat volume. Okay, I'll leave it at that tonight, for now, as I feel like I've said that already many times. DevBite, you still there? Let's have a look at your work. Choop, 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 choop. Just a little bit here, just a little bit here. Oh, I need to give it ears, that might help. Make him less strange. Afterwards. let's open up Discord. Close this. Help and feedback. Alright. Copy the reference. Nice. Let's open all of these in Photoshop. I don't know if that's gonna overlay already automatically on my screen, but we'll find out. Let me save, actually. Save. And there we go here. Let me say new. Paste this bad boy in there. It's looking cool. And copy image. And the third one. Copy image. Voila. And let's see. If I click this, maybe Photoshop will still show up. Yes. It seems a little bit too big, but do we care about nah, we don't really care about everything else. I just got my face back in. Hello. It's still not complete yet, by the way. Okay. Let me just put all of them aside. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Oh, yeah. It's also not what I want to do. Come on. Let's get the boys next to each other. Here-ish. Voila. And let's extend them a little bit. Put the reference there as well. Nice. I'm scaling him. I think his proportions are pretty good. Are looking good. And let's see. Looking pretty nice, that white. It's the proportions are looking good. He seems to get all of his clothes on already. The biggest thing I think that you could add to your work is sharp edges. So if I'm looking on your sculpt, almost all edges are very rounded. So if I grab my pen, let's grab a little. Go new layer. That's not on the top. Let's put that new layer on the top. Zip. So if we're looking over here, we see all this being very round. This like also very round. And the same over here. Here a little bit less. And on the X even. His X is not sharp. Everything has very rounded edges. So what we want to get, instead of these round edges, we want to clearly know where edge is. So we want to see where it goes. This goes down and it changes. Let's. So instead of having this round, you get this way, that way. And the same over here on the X. Instead of this rounded, you would probably, for the X, you probably want to have it going to a point, right? Yeah, so this is a very sharp edge. It only goes this way, and then I assume that on the other way, on the other side, it goes the same. So you would have the edge right here, and then the highest point over here, and just one straight line. Straight line on the other side. Which brush should I use to sharp edges, please? I usually would go with the H polish brush to make anything that's like more flat. So since I want to flatten this out, I would H polish on this side over here, and then I would H polish on this side over here, and that will make. And we don't really want to touch this edge, so that this edge becomes very sharp. You can also use H polish with Alt to pull surfaces up instead of pushing them down. That also help. I think maybe his beard can also get more integrated, because now it's his beard seems to follow like, yeah, just like one straight line. Yeah, but when there's the hair coming out, it's like very organic, very uneven, right? So it's like a little bit more, a little bit less, a little bit more. Now looking at the marks that I'm marking over here, I think these these strips, why is it giving me things? Okay, these strips, they are very thin on your reference, and here you have them very thick. Now if you're going for like a statue, like a print, then you do want to have it a little bit thicker, so not like paper thin like they have it here. But I think this is just a little bit too much. Just want it to be thin and like following the shape. And then when I say thin, I mean that this top plane is very close to where the body is. Underneath it, if you're going for a print, you do want to extend it into the body like you have, but you want this top plane to be very close. So this one would be like going over here, going in there, very close, like that. So this would be the side, a lot thinner than this. Please also send me the critique file. Alright, yeah, no problem. I'll post this after in the help and feedback. Do you have Photoshop? Because then I can just keep the layers that I have. It's otherwise it's gonna be chaos. Yes, okay, good. I'll just send you the PSD. Zoom out a little. I think also this, let's see, this, what would you call it, a sash, is on your reference, it's really on one side of the body. Like the center line of the body is like over here, and this is definitely on his right side. Why over here it's kind of coming from both sides, and then it's going to the right side, but it starts on both sides of the body. So the sash you have right there, right, and then you see it starting on the other side of this line, so it starts like over here, and then it goes to where this is attaching this, I don't know, like side pad protection thing. So we like kind of this shape. We just need to have a little bit of that orange. Whee. So that's how you can think about placing things, right? So you look at the reference and you try to find something that your model always has. For example, a center line. Your model always will have a center. And then you find, okay, compared to the center line, where is this element? So this round element is exactly on the center line. It's exactly on the center line for you. Good. Like these straps, they come very close to the center line. Maybe they touch the center line. Let's see over here. Yeah, that's the same. And yeah. How are the heads, Mike? Any improvements? Let's see. Have a look. They're looking pretty good. He is wearing gloves. So, what we want to look at is like how thin or how thick do we think these gloves are? If they are like, I don't know, like cottony fabric, then they will be a lot thinner, and then you can see like a lot more of the bones and things as you have. If we think that it's, for example, like a thick leather, then it would become a lot more stiff, like a lot more straight, and the edges would be a lot harder, the folds. So it looks a lot more thick. But I think this looks like a kind of a softer material. So I think you're doing that good over here. I think maybe his thumb seems to be coming. I'm not sure. I want to say that the thumb is coming very close with his origin to the very close to the top part of the hand. So it's like I think that they should be a little bit more backwards. Backwards is not the right word. Let's see if I can draw it. So what we have right now is these boxes. No, maybe not. I disagree with my... do I? So what's bugging me is that over here the thumb is going very close to the top, while I would expect it to go that this part of the thumb goes more to the side/bottom, like towards this bone that's underneath the hand. I guess that will be the radius, but that doesn't really matter. So instead of this part being up here, the part stays down here. So if we are looking from a front view, we have the fingers, and the thumb right now looks to be attached over here, which is, I think it's pretty close. I think what we want more is the fingers. I have the thumb, have this to be here, right? So you get this big fat pad in the bottom where it attaches, instead of like the fat pad having to extend over. It might still work. So just have a closer look at it and check it out. I'm having some trouble with the armor and garments like in the reference, so I'm making this type of character to learn how to make these garments and chains, etc. Very nice. Let me see. How are the garments right now? Yeah, it's some pretty intricate stuff. It's pretty cool. Let me grab. I will save this. Actually, this file, save as. Feedback. I will try to put a. I'll try to put a glove on my guy, so you can. So I will have a think how I am doing these kinds of stuff. Let's close Photoshop for a bit. And let me grab my reference again. Whoop, whoop. Is there any hard surface stuff? Yeah, like this. Let's grab your reference, copy image. Is it bigger if I open it in the browser? No. Right. So for these straps and stuff, how I have done that before is I take the curve strap brush that's somewhere. Curve tube snap, curve strap snap. Look. I'll make it about the width that we want it to be. And then I start drawing this curve, and then I hold shift and I go off the model, and that will create this loop around the model, and it will give you a strap that's like tied to the body. And then I will use my move to get a little bit more in position. I'm not sure if I would still do it like this actually, but let's just see how it goes. It's been a while since I've made clothing for characters. I've been making a lot of monsters. Delete the curve. I will use the. Let me just separate. And this guy, delete hidden. And I will use the Z modeler to get rid of some loops. I think it's way too many. we have too many loops, it just gets hard to control the shape. Okay, and then we get our guy back. And I would actually, if I take my select lasso and I go over an edge and click, then it hides that one poly loop, right? And so if I reverse it, I only have the upper side, and I will delete all the rest. And now I will use geometry dynamic subdivision with with a flat subdivision in there and some thickness. Mainly the thickness is important. So now I can just move around these few polys, but it will look like all of these. I think they are a little flat, so I will turn this off and I will insert. I should not do that right now. I will insert one loop in the middle. Just go around moving this. We don't want to have it stick through the body. We will like to have it relatively consistent distance from the body. Right. And so if I want to make this like belt strap wider, I would just do it manually. So I would go with mask, select all those top bits. I think I missed a few. And I would move to make them wider. Maybe the other side as well a little. And then I would go around with my move brush and fix where it sticks through each other. You have to be careful with smooth because it will make it very thin. If you only smooth like that middle line. Okay. Let's say we have this. And now, if we turn off dynamic subdivision, we have this, but we can go in and we can apply subdivision. And now we have a, if we hide this, we have a inside and outside, but they are a very similar color right now. Let me just outer group. Yeah, so they keep having similar color. Okay, you see, like the green and the blue group. And if we want to make this into a statue, we would like to keep this green one connected to the body. So I just use the move and I put it inside of the body again. But then, like over here, you have to be careful that you don't get too thick loop. Then it will look very thick immediately again. And that's what we not want. And over here the same. So this edge goes inside the body. And this edge does not. And then I can use H polish. With Alt, it will pull out a little bit. So I'll pull out of the mesh, and then without Alt, it will push in. Alt, no Alt, no Alt. All right. Let's take this a little bit further away from the body. All right, now we have that. And what we can do now is if we go in a higher subdivision, let's see what it gives me. Oh, I still have something masked. Let's. Oh, I forgot a bit over here. Let's make that thicker. Choop, 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 choop. Something like that. Yes. Alright, so subdivide. And since we started with more edges because of that thickness, it becomes already like that box shape, right? So the flat on one side, flat in the middle, and flat on the other side. But say that it does not. You subdivide and it becomes very round. What you can do is you can have these different poly groups, and you can go down to crease and say crease poly group. So now on every poly group you see this dotted line, and this dotted line means that when you subdivide it, it doesn't subdivide that edge where that crease is. So down in geometry, crease polygroups. And if you subdivide once or twice, right, you see still is a very, very hard edge. So you can use this for hard surface as well. And then we can remove this crease by just saying uncrease all in the same place. So geometry, crease, uncrease, and subdivide again, and then it starts to get softer, but it's still pretty hard. So, and then with that, you have like a nice hard looking surface, or at least stiff, you know? You can take then the damn standard or like a slash or whatever, and give it even more subdivisions. I would use this slash, I think. It's a little bit harder to cut with. It's in brush slash, and then there's /1, /2. I think it's just /1, the one that I use. Yeah. Look how hard that one is compared to a damn standard, and compared to orb cracks. Orb cracks is also pretty nice if you just put the intensity higher. You can also get like some nice scratches like that. But let's do it with slash. We can just do and scuff it up a little. Actually, before that, we'll probably if this is leather, like a leather strap, I can go to my alpha in the clay buildup and just set the stroke to spray. Seems a little bit much. It could work, I think. Can we make that a little bit less by going to stroke? Lazy mouse, lazy step a little bit more. It's a little bit too much, but what if we don't use spray and we just use rectangle? Yeah. Just get that directionality of the leather. You can also use alphas, other alphas like leather brushes. I'll just make it smooth it out a little bit, and then if there's like areas where it would bend often, I would go over those a little bit more. And these guys on the side, you can go down to surface. Let's mask the rest. Go to surface, noise, and you get this small little panel. Is it on screen? Yes. Zoom in, and you can see that it applies this noise everywhere on the not masked areas. So increase the strength of it a little, and then it looks like it has some stuff over there. And I think I want to have it coming out of the mesh, so I will go to the plus strength. And I will just apply to mesh and see it gives me like this noisy surface. So like if you look at some leather, you have like the top and the bottom parts, but if they're in between where it's cut, you see like this softer looking area. That's what I'm trying to fake with this, or trying to create with this. Then we can go like with maybe a clay or with a trim. And just go over the edges, just very random. Alright, just want to scuff it up. Don't be precise. The only thing that we're precise about is that we hit everything. Wow. And with everything, I just mean like we go all the way around. With these edges. And we do that on the other side too. Let's see what is the difference if I use the trim brush. Trim dynamic. Oh. Trim dynamic is a little bit more straight. I prefer the clay for this. So when I go around these edges, I don't go like in a straight line. I go like this. Create some randomness. So not even like this. I go like this. So like there's gaps, there's like randomness, just because I just wiggle while going around. Big secret of randomness. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So this will make the edges look more scuffed. And then like some bits you can like make it more, or like you can say like, oh, this is a hard one, so we'll emphasize it with a little bit of damn standard. A little bit of scuffs in there. Ooh, what's going on there? Ooh. Nope. Don't accidentally dynamesh like I just did. And then we can do that same with that slash brush. Maybe I prefer this at the damn standard now that I have all these other things in there. But you just play around with what you want to use exactly. So I'm just gonna, most of the time it's gonna be like small cuts, and then every once in a while I go, whoa! What is this cut? Oh, what a big one. How did you get there? And sometimes I'll just try to like follow the cracks that are already in the ladder. Create a little bit of uniform randomness. And this ladder strap has seen some shit. If you want to go even further than that, this probably will have some stitching around here and around here. I personally have a stitch brush. How do I do it without a stitch brush? I think I would grab something like this and then go stroke, step a little bit up. Let's see, now we have dot 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 that it creates. And alpha, modify. Can I make it big style? Yeah, that could work. Fall of 0. Nope. Focal shift. Yeah. So these are some very bad stitchings. I have at some point bought a pack for stitches, I think. Seams Dan is the name of it. So you can go Google that for yourself. These have like these stitch markings in there. But let's say we do it with this. I had it in a normal brush. I just I have the strokes, a lazy mouse step on a high point, and then I'll turn up the lazy radius and make it a little bit smaller. And then because the high lazy radius, you get this line over which you pull forward your stitches in this case. I think they are too big, so I'll make my brush even smaller. Yeah. And then you'll have to do that all the way around. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Because I don't know, spending a lot of time already. I do want to have a straight line. Oh, that's wiggled off the edge. So it's going too far, so I'm having trouble getting it straight, so I can just stop somewhere. And then I can rotate my camera around. And then I start dragging from the one before the end. No, I can just start dragging from the one on the end. And then just continue. And then we have some stitching, but if the stitching was like made and pushed in and out, right, it gets tighter. So I will use my normal standard brush. We'll just reset the brush. And make it a little bit bigger, and I will go over it and push this area in a little bit. So the place where I just placed those stitchings, I'll just go over them. So that area is a little bit pushed down. You could even, since we have subdivisions, do that in a little bit lower subdivision. So if I go back, and on the one side I do this on the highest subdivision, right? And I push it in, and it looks like this. But if I go to a lower subdivision, and I push it in a little bit softer, and I go back up, and you see it's a lot less hard, a little bit more natural. So that's where we're gonna do it. Doop. Lower subdivision. Doop. Just with Alt and the standard. Try to go kind of straight, but by trying to go straight, it will not be entirely straight. So that will be perfect. And I will also, in an even lower subdivision, I will make a little bit of unevenness by just tapping a little bit. Just, and then we have a bit of a strap. Yeah, so that's how I go about leather usually. Now for those gloves, we'll make a duplicate over here. So what I usually do with armor and stuff, I have a body, right? And I make a duplicate of that body, and I will go to deformation and deflate, or inflate as it's called. I'll deflate it a little bit, and then where the armor is, so for example he has like this shoulder plate, right? Alpha H tiles. Right, now we are normal again. There we can just draw that shoulder plate on top of it. Right, so if I just make it a little bit different color, you can see the difference between the armor and the body. So for blocking out where everything is, I would do it like this. Just go over bits and just like, oh, he has a extra thick bit of armor around here, close to his elbow. Right, I would usually just use the clay buildup, I would add the volume. I would smooth it out a little bit, and then with the damp standard, I would make sure that the edges are extra clear. Right, and then at some point you will have to have done this over the whole body and blocked everything out, and you think like, yeah, I can start with that. What I do then is I say I'm gonna make this. Oh, I'm pointing at the wrong place. Make this elbow piece that he has over here. Mine is not entirely the right shape, so let me just adjust that a little bit. Ooh. See how easy it is to adjust. No subdivisions, no nothing. No crap. You take the H polish, put it out a little. Woo! I will take my masking brush and I will mask the bit that I'm going to take out of there. I will turn it into a separate subgroup, polygroup, that's the word. I will hide the rest, and I will say split hidden, and then we have this tiny piece, which we're going to use as our base. Now, with this, I'm going to get a little bit funky, right? So we're gonna go to polish by features. Let's see where that is exactly. Under deformation, polish by features. Just gonna make it a little bit flatter with the H polish, because this is going to be a hard surface thing. So I'm gonna make it nice and flat. And just in about the right shape that it was before. And then I will use ZV measure on some low setting, like 0.2. I have it at right now. That will give us something lower resolution to work with. I will go even lower, and then we can take these edges and make them pointier, because that's what the concept is calling for. Like there, a little bit pointier. Then I mask those points. Just the corners that I want to keep sticking out, right? And I do polish by features again. Whee! It gets the super crisp lines. And then with that, we can either go to the Z modeler and extrude all polygons inwards, and then you have to go to like visibility or something to flip that. Visibility, nope. Ooh, I don't remember where that is, but there's a way to flip normals. I will look that up at some point. Or we can do the same as with the strap and go to dynamic and give it a little bit thickness here. Maybe give it a flat subdiv to make it keep more straight. And then with this geometry that you have, right, you can use masks or whatever you want to shape it a little bit more. So for example, I can mask this, take my move it out a little. This line over here. So then if we go to the dynamic, we have this line as well. And then I probably wouldn't do it like that. I probably would like CD mesh or something. Let's see. I can also put that in its own poly group. I mean, should be able to. Not listening to me right now. Maybe if I select the whole top bit like so. That's better. And then in ZV measure, I can say keep groups. And that's not good. Anyway. It's not working right now. I'll just have to look more into that. So the same here, crease polygroups, subdivide, uncrease. Maybe I can keep it subdivide even more before I uncrease all. We take damn standoff with nice lines. Ooh. I would probably make a separate piece for those dots actually, but you see how much harder those edges stayed while I was making this compared to the Photoshop, compared to the edges there, right? Everything has a little bit more round quality in here, and over here everything is trying to stay sharp. So let's continue with with the actual sculpt. Let's see how much time do I still have. I have 1 more hour. Oh boy. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, remove this boy. Thank you. I'm gonna rewind the video now and follow your steps. Good. Also look at Chaos Mason's Marco Plouffe. He, for the hard surface that I just did at the end, he I got that from him. So you can follow his live stream videos and follow along. For example, the Elden Frog live streams, he did like from almost the beginning to the end, and you can see everything that he does, and he's like way more experienced than I am. And the way that I did the ladder strap, I got from a tutorial in which I made an undead zombie. Oh, sorry, you see my Photoshop still. I was already turning around over here. See how much sharper it is here. It's what I was saying before. I will have a quick Google if I can find undead tutorial. ZBrush. Here. Undead Orc, that's the one. So the leather and stuff I got from following this tutorial. A long time ago. This is one that I followed from beginning to end. And I learned a lot. So I recommend that one. I don't remember how much it cost. It does cost something, at least it used to. I don't know what it still does. I think I did this, how many years ago? 10? No, not 10. 10, maybe, no. Wait, what year is it? About 6 years ago, I think I did that. Let's see, is that possible? 5 years ago. 5 years ago it was posted, yeah, 5 years ago I made that. Follow that tutorial. Let me duplicate this guy and just very quickly try to make a rope guy out of this. Get a little bit of reference. Okay, that's very cool. So I'm probably just gonna forget about the backside. Let's decide a camera angle. that's I'm using inflate to get all this stuff connected together, because I'm not gonna make bands. I am gonna make something like that. Let me cut all of these open places off. It's not the same color. Doesn't really matter. But okay, and let's try to get like an impression of our main fold. So we'll get a nice square brush. Ooh, that's not looking. Ah, who cares? Let's try to get some corners in between those. Let it go away a little bit more. It might be nice to keep this ladder strap. Something that's holding everything together. Yes. Oh, sitting way too forwards. It's not good posture. Just gonna make this into like a festival now. Just a little bit faster, closer. Tick, 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 tick. really done cloth much, so. Forgive me if it looks strange. The sun will go in. Are you putting some fabric flowing away with the wind? Yes. Oh, like that. Might be good. It's probably which side? Probably on this side, right? Whee. Smart. Probably need another like belt or something. Maybe can I reuse you? Looks good. Do I think I will manage to finish today? I don't think so. I'll just get as far as I can. Spent a lot of time explaining stuff. So I put in this belt, as an excuse for everything to stay more together here at the top. And these guys can go over the top of them. I am giving him a little book. I'm going along with the prophet theme. Not really prophet though, like, what's it called? Apostle? No. Hermit? Kind of. Buddy. Let's save again. It's been a while. I think it needs something more interesting over here. Like this. paint his little mouth area. Let's give him also a little bit of color. Let's see. Stop it. And this. A bit lighter. And this. A little bit darker. This. Like that. So let's have a little test. Test export. You're back. Yeah, the phone call. Hope it was a good call. There was a whole explanation going around making some leather straps and a little bit of hard surface armor. And then it was back to making cloth. And right now I'm making a little export and seeing how that's gonna look in Marmoset. To see what are the most important things to tackle this last half hour. See, oh, it's not showing on the stream yet. like that. No. Oh, it's not showing. That's not good. Window capture. Why is it not showing my toolback? Toolback, no, no. It's not to show. Why is it being so weird? Whatever. Whoa. Get something with a little bit more light. Like this. If I'm gonna look at it from this side, I should make the silhouette different. Yeah. I have to work on this. And then it's a question of making some nice deep cuts. Look how cool that this looks. Straps. Do we by chance have there's nope. Is it with two S's? No, right? No. Let's turn on the thing. The sculpt is broken. Get rid of this. So, priority 1. Creating an interesting silhouette from this side. So access wise and Z is right. So that's that. So see how can I make it interesting. Just split this off. And I'll just do that by selecting poly grouping, hiding, splitting, close holes. Close holes. A little bit darker. No, make this a little bit darker, I think. Yeah. Let's get that out of there. Focus mode is here. Oh, and people, if you're still there, do you like the music? Or do you prefer silence and listen to your own? Let's see. A little bit of party here. Do 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 do. I hope these holds. Looking a little bit lethal. Split this off as well. Split. It's fine. Let's go from here. Wow. 5, 12. tea at 2 a.m. Caffeine. Too late for caffeine, man. Or is it never too late? Hello, Nitish. Hello. How are you doing? I think I was supposed to be done. Oh my gosh. I was supposed to be way done. Oh my god. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Ah, I'm doing good too. It's this is my third Sculptober sculpt I'm working on. It's just I was supposed to just do it for 3 hours, and at the moment it's a little bit longer. Uh-oh. So I'm trying to finish up this area. So I can go to bed with a peaceful mind. Actually, I also tried out ZBrush for iPad for the first time this week on the tablet of a colleague. It's pretty nice. It made me want to buy an iPad more. That's not good. Well, not good for my wallet. Ten out of 10 iPads for the win. Yeah, I think I'm leaving it at this. Make a quick render. And oh my god, these hands are horrible. I would have bought it if it was comparable with Nomad price-wise. They do have a free version as well. It's just I don't know how much is ripped out of it. It has 28 brushes and some other things, but I don't know how comparable it is to the full version or to Nomad. The one big thing that I'm missing, what I was missing, was FBX export. Because right now that's in a plugin. So in ZBrush on the iPad, there was no FBX export. Just OBJ and ZTool and stuff. And I was like, that's a little dumb. Can't be that hard. Oh my god, I just finished it up. Well, we'll leave it at that. I would have liked to do like the full shebang. Oh, that's gonna get too late. Too late. Save. Ba-bum. And do a little export. And let's have it reloading here. Is it not doing it? Oh, it's still exporting. File exported. Alright. Then we go here. Loading, loading, loading. Reload the material. Let's make it square. Little handle from this. Right. So. Whoa. Thank you. Try to see how to finish him off. Let's see. No, I like default better. Yeah, again, looks very nice. Thank you, Emil. I'm not happy with that hand, but oh well. Hands are hands, and hands are annoying. Maybe this. I like kind of like this, I think. Yeah, I think this is what happens if I do a little bit of rotation? No. It's a little bit of sharp. Sharpness. Maybe. A bit of dark. All right. And writing. Reloading. Tiny little bit different. Okay. Well, gotta call it here. Thank you, everybody that stayed until the end. Yeah, on the program for next time, Thursday, will be the Pokemon Project, almost the second to last episode. Oh my god. Let's see if we can finish that. Episode 9 out of 10. Let me know if you liked the background music, or if you preferred the silence. And yeah, have a good night, good morning, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. And until next time, bye bye.